Hi, welcome to the Jed's Equine channel. You may have been here before, you may be new. Hi, welcome. It's nice to meet you all, not that I'm meeting you. Today is to give you a bit of a rundown on what a new series I'm going to start filming is going to be about. At the end of this video, I'll give you a bit of an update on what's been going on with me and my horses. Some of you have only clicked on this because of the title and you're really not interested in me or my horses. If you've been here before, maybe just keep watching to the end, or if you want to get to know me a little bit, hang on. Otherwise, let's get down and dirty to what this new series is all about. So this isn't like a training bashing or... Thanks, Foxy. So this isn't going to be like a bashing of other trainers, saddle fitters, dentists. Well, okay, I can't promise that in later episodes I might go a little bit into other professionals and who you should use and who you should maybe steer clear of. I don't mean to name names. I mean, you know, as a general kind of spiel on qualifications and that sort of thing. Anyway, that's not what we're here for today. I'm not really going to go into anything specific today, but I just want to enlighten you on what we may be covering. I have a few cases, and I hope that some of you watching might send in some cases that you have had. Horses that have maybe been bucking, they haven't wanted to jump, or they stopped jumping, or they won't canter, any of those kind of things. And then you've gone through trainers, you've maybe spoken to the chiropractor, you've maybe changed your shoeing, you've changed your feed, because your horse goes bonkers, and then a long way down the track you've figured out that the horse has navicular in both its front feet, or it has kissing spines. I have some cases that I will be bringing to you, horses that have been in training with me. Some of them might be my own horses, and others are ones that have been sent in. So that's a little bit of a yell out there for you guys. If you have an interesting case, please get in touch. Any other topics you want me to cover: bucking, rearing, not wanting to move forward, resisting the contact, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, it's very difficult to kind of diagnose as such over a message or a video what's going on with the horse. And that's why I like to see the horse. I like to normally ride the horse. I find I get a lot from riding them. Often a horse can look really fine, but the minute you get on and you canter or you change diagonal, you can just feel the horse is unbalanced behind, or it just feels lame. And sometimes people do a really good job of hiding a lameness, not intentionally, but by holding on to the contact or straightening the horse up. Now, what I really want to uncover is that a lot of people really push through all these problems. I'm a competitor, I have my own horses. I know how frustrating it is when your horse will not do what it's meant to be doing. Or if it keeps stopping, you go trainer to trainer to trainer, and then eventually you rock up at somebody who says, your horse looks a bit lame. Then you find out it's had an issue with its sacroiliac. Okay, P.S. just cutting in on myself. I might be talking about conditions that you're like, what the hell is sacroiliac? Or what is kissing spines? What is navicular? This weird chick just keeps saying these weird things. Okay, we will go into these things in other topics, or I might like write something here, kind of half explaining what it is. I'll try and draw some funky pictures of anatomy. Just bear with me, okay? So I'll try and, hang on, I'll point out the sacroiliac. So the sacroiliac is effectively the place where the pelvis attaches to the spine. Okay, I'm going to point to it on Foxy. She's not cooperating. Hang on, let me bring you with me. Okay, she's just had a brief wash. I'm waiting for her to dry off, and then she's going to have the equilibrium massage pad on. But meanwhile, she is slightly going to be a little bit of an anatomy lesson. Okay, so here we have the back end of the pony. Many of us call this the hip. This is not actually the hip. This is like the edge of the front of the pelvis. It's like a big wing, and it goes to the back. And it also swings up to the top. And obviously the spine is running along the middle. And where it's like the highest point, this is where the two sides of the pelvis meet the spine. And this is what is known as the sacroiliac joint. It's not really a joint in the way like an elbow or a knee. The two sets of bones are attached with ligaments, and there is a small portion of movement. It absorbs shock. I guess if you imagine if a horse is jumping, there's a lot of power coming through the back end of the horse. And this is why we often see, if there's pain in the sacroiliac, that it is noticeable at canter or jumping. I'm just cutting. What other things while we're here? Okay, so Foxy, any of you that may know Foxy from previous videos, Foxy actually has a fractured cheek tooth. She's only 5, so she has big roots in her face. So her teeth are still erupting. Again, I could go into dentistry and a different thing. But horses often play up with dental issues. They get very, very sharp points. They can really dig into their cheek. A lot of people don't get their horses' teeth looked at, or they may get a underqualified dentist, I guess we could call it. I don't really want to say underqualified. It's a bit of a dodgy topic. I don't really want to get into dentists. There are many vets that are very anti non-vet dentists, which we may call lay dentists, but then there are many dentists that, you know, might rip into vets. And look, there are a lot of vets that have been through vet school. They have never taken any further qualifications in dentistry. And I feel that many of these dentists would be better than them. The downside is that only vets can sedate horses, really to have a thorough look at a horse, and a lot of the time reach points in their mouth that get really sharp. They need to be sedated. For example, Jet, my main horse, he gets really sharp points at the very, very back of his mouth. He is difficult to rasp them or float them with like an electric rasp, even sedated. So it just does concern me that horses that aren't sedated, how well are the back of their mouths being done? How well are they getting their mouths examined with mirrors and probes and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, like I said, this is a topic for another day. If you have any questions regarding dentistry, get into it. I'm not really sure what I was going on about in this. I did think about this. Back to the topic. So the main basis for this series is to get into the nitty-gritty of horses doing particular behaviors to evade pain. Whether that is a lameness, whether it is dental, whether it is saddle fitting related. Oh yeah, that's another topic. So we will go into saddle fitting. I will hopefully get my saddle fitter from County Saddles to come in and do a video for us. I haven't actually asked her about this yet, but that would be really cool. And then I can get you guys to, you know, send in any questions you have. Saddle fit can really make a big difference to a horse's going. And a lot of these things are overlooked. A lot of things are actually checked out by professionals. This is sort of going back to my previous comment, that it's not that you're actually not getting professionals to help you, but maybe those professionals miss things. Maybe they're not as well informed as you'd like to think. One thing I often worry about is that I have horses sent to me for training because the rider per se can't get them to bend to the left, or they can't get them to bend to the right, or they can't stay on the bit, or they keep nodding their head, or they rush, or they buck. And then I start riding them and I think, well, actually, I think this horse is lame. And that may not be something we come to straight away. We might rule a few things out, like stomach ulcers. That's another topic we might get into. I actually have a video on stomach ulcers. I maybe will redo that, but I will put the link up. I never know which way this camera's pointing, but up here somewhere, so you can click on it if you want, or I'll put the link in the description down below. But stomach ulcers, gut health, that's another, you know, a whole topic in itself. And actually, behaviors can really be related to that. Feet pain, feed. We'll talk about feed as well. That's a nice one. If it's down to feed, that'd be great. Easy to change feed, your horse isn't lame. But look, often we go through many of these things. We get their teeth done, we change their feed, we get their saddle fitted, we go to a trainer, and then the horse ends up being lame. So I just want to enlighten you guys and maybe get you guys to go to the vet earlier, or go to a trainer that is veterinary trained, or chat to me, or chat to someone, or go to a trainer. Maybe you don't even have a trainer. Anyway, it might just be for interest. I've babbled on for a long time. If you're interested in this series, I'm going to try and get these out, and maybe if you guys comment, like them, it might get me to get a wiggle on. I've really struggled to get everything going. Please, 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 if you are interested, if you think this is something I really want to know more about, or I've got a horse that I think sounds like one of these scenarios, please like the video, comment below. I'm happy for you to send me an email or send me a message on Instagram or whatever. I'm happy to get in, like, have a chat with you. Not that I'll necessarily be able to help, but I might be able to point you on the right track. Okay, so down to the wee little catch up with Geordie session. I don't know why you've got a funny accent, but you know, I actually watch a girl on here. Her name's Olivia Neal, and she has a really cool Irish accent. And you know, I think I like watching her videos because she's Irish. Oh, and Holly Lenihan. Hi, Holly. Welcome to Australia. I probably don't sound Irish at all. Anyway, I'm going to stop this accent. Run down on Jet's a queen. Okay, so it's been really pretty rubbish around here, actually. So I've had problems with my main horse. Yeah, pretty much for months. He's not quite right, so we're going vet, working him up at the vets. And we actually, the Sacred Iliac, the jolly little place we were talking about, we had that injected and he improved a bit, but he's still not right. So that's going on. Mitty's having a little bit of a break. He was actually going really, really well, but I need to get his wind checked out. That's like his breathing. So he's making a bit of a noise. And so I'm trying to rule out respiratory issues like infections, that kind of thing, but he may need a scope, which is like a camera, put up his nose and have a look at his larynx. Anyway, that's another topic we can talk about. So basically, this little madam, she's it. Mitty still could be worked and I need to work him, but it has been ridiculous wind the last few days, so I have not been game because he can be a bit of a handful. Foxy's the main gal. She's actually being really, really good. She had her saddles fitted for her the other day. I'm hoping to take her cross country perhaps next week. What do you reckon, Foxy Choxy? She's like, hell yeah. We did it. We had a good jump a couple of days ago and she had a good ride just now in the wind. And other than that, we've got a little pony in training. My mum's been really unwell. It's been very stressful. I've been pretty unmotivated, pretty low, not really wanting to do videos, kind of wanting to do videos, but at the same time, like, it's really hard to start. Now I've started, I can't shut up. And just a lot of horses that have had issues that I've had to refer on, which I find really interesting, but I feel really like frustrated and sad for the owners because being a horsey person myself, I really feel for them. And I'm like, oh, I just don't want any more lame horses here. Anyway, I mean, I do. If you're concerned your horse is lame, please bring it. I will have a look and maybe refer you for a workup. But what I don't like is when they come just for normal training and then they have issues. But at the same time, it's great for them to be picked up. So anyway, that's kind of a mini update. I'm not sure if I really updated you on much. Oh, John's gooseneck was sold. Very sad. So that's another sad thing. Yeah. So if you have any questions, let me know. Please, if you stayed with me this long, please comment down below. Give it a like. Any of you that are new, please subscribe. Please go watch some of the old videos and let me know what you want to know, what you're interested in. And yeah, hope I haven't bored you to tears. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the first episode. Don't know what it is yet. We might do a poll maybe on good old Insta. So follow me on Insta. Put the thing down below. See you guys.